Nice win for Buffalo, big win. Trent Edwards had one of the first big games of his career, and I say that, statistically, he threw 4 touchdowns. Gave a spark to Lee Evans' season, which had been on a bit of a snide. Excuse me. Fred Jackson and Marshawn Lynch combined for over 200 rushing yards. They had a real nice game. The receivers made plays. The defense got pressure and forced a ton of turnovers and made big plays. So, obviously they did a great job. And now they're pretty much playing a playoff game this week because if they beat Cleveland, they'll have the 6th seed. And, it would be pretty hard for them to give it up with their remaining schedule. So if they can beat Cleveland this week, they're in, I think. I really do. I don't think they will, but it all comes down to this one game, just for the record. And, Miami, there's just not a lot to say. Team of losers right now. I don't know that if you gave them the opportunity to win a game, if they were in a close game at the end and just had every opportunity in the world to find a way to win, I don't think they would. I just look over there and I see a team that just isn't very interested in football right now, that's just playing really poor football. It is kind of a disgrace to the game to see a team play this poorly because they're a storied franchise, and we compare them to the '76 Buccaneers, and they're not as bad as that team. I don't think that would be fair to them. I think they're better than that. I don't think anybody out there would debate that this Dolphins team is worse than those Buccaneers, but the fact that we compare them to an expansion team like the Buccaneers says a lot about them and how low they've sunken. I've heard Cam Cameron's going to get the axe any day, and I say good riddance because I don't think, even as a horrible team, you are compelled to win at least one game. If you can't win a single game, there's something wrong, because even last year, Oakland won a couple games. The year before, Houston won a couple games. You have to find a way to win one, or at least a game, Even if you are the worst team in the league, it doesn't matter. Detroit continues to collapse. They fall 28-27 to Dallas. A lot of things wrong with that team. They found their running game, but they're not getting the ball to Calvin Johnson enough. Instead, they throw the ball to players like Sean McDonald and Sam McHugh or something. But why would you not want to get it into the hands of this great playmaker? It's a pretty simple thing, really. Offensively, they played solidly enough. They didn't turn it over at all, I don't think. They ran the ball pretty well. They passed the ball efficiently, but they couldn't get a first down when it counted, ultimately. So, there you go. Maybe it's still a bit of a losing atmosphere there, and, not knowing that around the red zone that you should be guarding Jason Witten better after what he just did to your defense. It's not that hard to comprehend that they might be throwing it to Jason Witten again and again, but I guess for them it was just too much to take in or something. And, sending the blitzes at the wrong time, like at the very end of the first half. At the very end of the first half, they sent this all-out blitz, and Dallas got a touchdown, and there's no reason to send an all-out blitz at the goal line. Even if you get the sack, they're still going to kick a pretty short field goal, so play to, avoid the touchdown. They lost by 1 point, so there you go. But as for Dallas, it was kind of an interesting thing what happened there. I mean, I don't respect Detroit's secondary. I think it might be the worst secondary in the league, but T.O. and Patrick Creighton, they were quiet out there. Jason Witten stole the show, and, he's as good as any other tight end out there, and he's having a monster season. Go check out the stats. He could very well be the best tight end in the NFL this year. Marion Barber, he stepped up as a receiver, made a ton of great catches, important catches for that team, and they did pull out the W. I can respect a team that finds a way to win every game that they're in. Every time that the game is close and the chips are down, they find a way to come through. And Dallas has done that twice this year, and I really do respect that. So nice effort by them. Jacksonville over Carolina. Like I say, I like this Jacksonville team a lot. In fact, I think, and this is really putting my neck out there, I think they're going to go into New England in the second round and beat the Patriots. I really do. And if they get even just a little lucky or get one little break in the AFC Championship game, I think they could very well beat the Colts. I don't think they will, but they don't need... If they get one big play or one fluke or one bad call or one lucky break to go their way, they could be in the Super Bowl. That's how much I respect this team, and that's how good I think it is. They don't turn the ball over. They can run the ball. They can pass it efficiently. They have a great defense. I love this team, and I think that they're a little bit of luck away from just really putting the hurt on the AFC. I mean, I just feel really good about this team. And that was all exhibited this week against Carolina. They got a couple of turnovers. They played a great game defensively, completely shut down. Completely shut down Carolina, who they don't understand that you got to try and get the ball to Steve Smith more. I mean, even if you're making a good big risk, it's your best shot. And offensively, I want to see more D'Angelo Williams. I think he's a better running back than Deshaun Foster. I certainly trust him more than Deshaun Foster, so I think you got to give him a bit better look. And Jacksonville, they ran the ball well. They passed it efficiently. Matt Jones made a nice catch in the back of the end zone. Matt Jones is a guy that really needs to take his game to the next level. Reggie Williams made some nice plays. There's a guy who is taking it to the next level. Their defense made a couple plays here and there. Just a really solid game, and that pretty much ends Carolina's hopes right there. Kind of a weird season for them, and I don't know where they go from here, but we'll see. And a game I got to watch, Green Bay over Oakland. Greg Jennings, I think he averages a touchdown catch every 4 receptions, which is pretty crazy, but he has a nose for the end zone, and he only had 2 catches for 100 yards today, but he found the end zone, and I think he's got 11 on 46 catches this year, so, he just has a nose for the end zone, kind of like a T.O. or maybe even Jerry Rice. I mean, Rice had a lot of catches as well. I mean, I guess he closer compares to Terrell Owens, a guy who always seems to find the end zone a lot. And, this running game, it's really just plowing over people right now. Ryan Grant, he's just not good. He's great. Ever since he took over the starting job hold on. I think it's week 8. He's just been an absolute monster. And, the receivers making great plays after the catch. The defense forcing a couple of nice turnovers. Bigby and Harris. They're just playing really well right now. A couple of low hits in this game that I think were pretty questionable. And it'd be a real shame for Brett Favre's season to end on a low hit or something. But, I guess the league's making a bit of a noise about that. And, Justin Fargas for Oakland, he's definitely a bright spot on this team, and he played a tough defense, and of course the team fell behind pretty early, but he managed to put together an alright game. Man, I'm tired. Jerry Porter made a nice play over Al Harris for that touchdown. Real pretty play on his part. But, McCown failed to impress, so we saw a little bit of Andrew Walter, and I like it. I think I don't think we've seen all that Andrew Walter has to offer yet, and I think that if Oakland let him play a little bit at the end of the season here, maybe we'll get a glimpse at what he could possibly be one day. And I have my suspicions. I do. So, obviously Green Bay keeps rolling, Oakland keeps struggling, but there is a silver lining in that cloud.